Today we're talking about some comic book series that have ended recently that I really think you guys should check out, man. I really think they're getting overlooked. When these come out in a trade, you guys got to check them out, dude. So I got 5 series here to give you guys a little bit of a rundown. We got Batman and Robin Year 1, Batman Dark Patterns. We're taking everyone down with us. If you're looking for some indie series, check out this one. Also an indie series from Image Comics. Got news from the Fallout. Closing it out with some DC New Gods, man. But let's start off with Batman and Robin Year 1. Dude, if you guys haven't been reading this has been like my favorite Batman series on stands, dude. It's really good. Excuse the tape pull. Been really excellent stuff. So obviously with the title, it's focused on Batman and Robin Year 1. It's their first year of getting to know each other. Batman Bruce Wayne adopting Dick Grayson, becoming Robin, and kind of the story from there. So this is like the ground floor of this relationship. And this is a story written by Mark Waid with artwork from Chris Samnee. So if you guys are seeing here, loving the artwork, dude. Really, really kind of classic feeling. Kind of like a Darwin Cook kind of inspired look, right? So if you're familiar with Chris Samnee's work, it's excellent all throughout. The one thing I want to mention in this series is we get a lot of great moments with Bruce Wayne. We get great moments with Alfred, and of course with Dick Grayson too. And the entire story is all about, not to spoil anything here, but the entire thing is really focused on Clayface and Two-Face and kind of the push that they're making to take control of Gotham City, dealing with some, the criminal underground, the Falcones, and all the different mob families that do all their stuff in Gotham. Excellent, character relationship work with Dick Grayson and Bruce as we kind of see them coming into their own by the end of the series, man. But at the start, they're not like it's not the perfect father-son relationship that we know them to be. Because, obviously this is year 1. This is really the start of their relationship. So I really think you guys should check this out. Batman and Robin Year 1. 1 through 12 is already out. And when this series comes out in like a deluxe edition, man, that's going to be like one of the best deluxe editions. It should be collected in 2 different trades. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. Let's talk about Batman Dark Patterns. So not to excuse the tape pull again. So this one has artwork from Hayden Sherman. And if you guys are familiar with the Absolute series, Absolute Wonder Woman, you'll be familiar with Hayden Sherman's artwork, but really different kind of look for it here. Obviously, the coloring is not from Jordie Bellaire like it is on Absolute Wonder Woman. The colorist here is Triona Farrell, but this story is all about, as opposed to focusing on Batman and Robin, this is just a solo Batman story. So it's split up into 4 different cases. Each case is 3 issues long. And at the end of the series, we find out that all the cases sort of tie together in sort of this big giant conspiracy. But the first case deals with this guy named the Wound Man. So the character design, the villain design is really crazy. It's this dude with like a bunch of nails in him, right? So yeah, I guess the other thing I'll mention is that this is a very detective-focused, straightforward detective story from Dan Watters writing it. It takes place very early in Batman's career, maybe like year 2 or 3 or something like that. But yeah, just great page layouts from Hayden Sherman, excellent coloring. I really do think that Dan Watters has an eye for that detective kind of crime noir sort of writing. So yeah, man, it's just a marriage of 2 really great comic book creators, as we see the Wound Man here with a bunch of nails and metal pipes and rebarb sticking out of them, dude. Yeah, we find out that all the cases are tied together. It's a really cool conspiracy that we like to see unraveled. And yeah, man, definitely check out Batman Dark Patterns. It's just some excellent stuff. I was saying for the longest time that these were my 2 favorite Batman series on stands. At the same time, we have the main Batman title going, and we also have Absolute Batman. I think these were better, dude, not gonna lie. So definitely check those out. Let's move on to some indie series, man. So we're taking everyone down with us. This is a series that's written by Matthew Rosenberg, who I'm a huge fan of. I think he's such a funny comic book writer and someone that I'm really, really a big fan of. And so this series is really focused on this Annalise character, and it's also focused on these sort of robot protectors of Annalise. And it turns out that it's like a spy organization that's trying to go after Annalise's dad, and it turns out that Annalise's dad is an ex-member of this spy organization. He's like a mad scientist sort of guy. and the mad scientist organization, the spy organization, attacks Annalise and her dad as they're living on this island. And you know, throughout the series, we learn about Annalise's kind of upbringing. We learn that she has been sort of hidden away by her dad on this island, kind of living alone, just them two. And then by the end of the first issue, it seems like, you know, the dad has swapped his consciousness into the mind of this robot. So by the time that there is an attack on both of them, it turns out that, you know, the dad has already mind swapped. He's in the robot's mind, and him and Annalise go on a quest for revenge. That's essentially the story, right? So it's a revenge story. Annalise is a really cool character. We get this excellent artwork from Landini. The opposite spy organization, this guy here, his name is Rook. So he's kind of like, he's like an anti-James Bond, right? So he's a really funny character. Hopefully we see more Rook stories. It seems like we are gonna be seeing more next year. But yeah, man, just some really excellent sort of spy series. That's a genre that I don't see too much of on the comic book side. And yeah, I just really fell in love with Annalise as a character, the world that Matthew Rosenberg is kind of building here with Landini. It's just really fun, spy, high octane, really good lettering as well from Hassan Otsmane-Alehu. I did want to point that out. But yeah, definitely check out. We're taking everyone down with us. If you're into sci-fi, spy, espionage sort of stories, I think that this will really scratch that itch. And yeah, it's been one of my favorites of the year from Image Comics. So yeah, we're taking everyone down with us. Gotta check it out, man. Issues number 1 through 6, I believe. 1 through 6? Issue number 6 just came out. Yeah, 1 through 6. And you should be able to find this in a trade coming up shortly. 2 more series that I want to talk about. We'll get through them pretty quick. News from the Fallout. This is a series that's written by Chris Condon with artwork from Jeffrey Allen Love. The artwork is the first thing that you'll notice as I'm flipping through. It's excellent stuff. Really, really unique style. No other comic book looks like this. Jeffrey Allen Love has a really kind of eye for this sort of style, this white and black, gray, monotone sort of look. And it's written by Chris Condon, like I was saying. So Chris Condon is a comic book writer that's just killing it. This is a story that's really focused on this bomb going off. And it turns out that this bomb turns people into sort of monster, like fungus sort of creatures. And so it turns into like a zombie story. And yeah, all in all, I really do feel like it's a like a Twilight Zone sort of episode. It really feels like. So we follow this guy. He was supposed to be affected by the bomb, but he put his gas mask on at the last minute. And so he goes on the run as the rest of his squad is turned into zombies. He goes on the run. He finds a safe haven in a diner as he's driving away, and he's trying to hold out in the diner. The story continues from there. But yeah, if you're into like zombie sort of stories, I think this is really, really unique. You're not going to read a comic book like this. And yeah, Chris Condon just killing it. Jeffrey Allen Love, his artwork, I'm just in awe of. And yeah, crazy good zombie sort of inspired story. That reminds me a lot of Twilight Zone, so definitely check that out when it comes out in trade. Let's talk about some New Gods, dude. So this is a series that's written by Ram V with artwork from Evan Cagle. Evan Cagle was the main artist throughout. This is not issue number 1, so I didn't want to mention that. This story was all about the New Gods are sort of facing a new threat. They are going up against a new enemy, and this new enemy is really strong. They're called like the Chitauri or something like that. And so the New Gods kind of go on the run. At the same time, there's this prophecy on Earth. There's this kid who's super powerful, and it seems like he's going to be the next generation of the New Gods. And so, you know, Highfather has sent Orion to go kill that kid, so he doesn't sort of like end the New Gods or something like that, right? So that's kind of where the story starts. But there's a lot of twists and turns throughout that I think are pretty impressive. And as I'm flipping through, you guys are seeing the artwork from Evan Cagle. He's just got like such a really cool style. Like I'm really in love with Evan Cagle and Ram V whenever they team up. I think they do really great work together. So yeah, I would recommend this New God series. It was my first ever New God series reading, and I didn't feel lost at all. I think Ram V does a great job of keeping everything centered, keeping everything grounded. But then Evan Cagle and his art, you really have some explosive cool moments, like really cool action scenes like this. Just a really good series from DC. I'm sad to see it go with issue number 12. Like I was saying, the day I'm recording it, issue 12 is coming out. Haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I'm sure Ram V and Evan Cagle are going to stick the landing. So that's what we got, man. Those are all of the comic book series that are ending upcoming or have recently ended that I really think needs some more love, dude. So yeah, New Gods, definitely check it out. News from the Fallout, great sci-fi series there, focused on like zombie sort of stuff. We're taking everyone down with us. A great spy espionage story there. Batman and Robin Year One, and then Batman Dark Patterns. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching and reading more comics.